The LGBTQ community did not steal the rainbow from Christianity. If anything, Christianity stole it from somebody else, but we'll get there. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. So the rainbow has been a symbol of the Pride movement since 1985 when Gilbert Baker designed the first rainbow flag for Pride in the Bay Area. And he says that he designed it to echo the hippie movement in the 60s and all of the free love and all of that stuff that was going on then. That's the origin of the rainbow being associated with all of the LGBTQ community. It's actually the association with love from the 1960s. But let's talk about Christians and the rainbow. Look, Christians, people in a tradition with which I am associated, have this bad habit of taking symbols from other places and treating them like they own them. Taking God and treating God like they own God as well. And this is the case of that. So the Christian connection to the rainbow comes from Noah and the story of Noah. And at the end of the story, God puts a rainbow in the sky. And the symbol of the rainbow in the sky is God hanging up God's bow, the symbol of God's destruction and war against the people, so that God is not going to be fighting with people. God is going to be loving them and trying to bring them in and accept them. But let's be clear, that is a Jewish story. It's in the Old Testament. And while the Old Testament is part of the Christian scriptures, it was first a Jewish story and is still a Jewish story. But guess what? I know this is gonna surprise you, but rainbows are everywhere throughout history because they're in nature, because people look up and see something beautiful and make stories about it. And one of my favorite stories comes from the Philippines. In this story, one of the god's daughters named Baghari creates the rainbow out of flowers of different colors to ask for forgiveness from her father for being late to family meetings. And I love that story because of how just average and normal it is and how kids actually do sweet things like that to ask for forgiveness. Every culture has rainbow stories, every one of them. So Christians don't own the rainbow and it can't be stolen from them by gay people. But here's what's really crazy to me is that in Christianity, the rainbow is a symbol of God's stopping fighting people, stopping trying to hurt people, and instead trying to include more people. That's what the symbol is. And when Christians say that the LGBTQ people stole the rainbow symbol from them, they are doing the exact opposite. Also, it's Pride Month. I'm donating half of my creator funds to the Trevor Project because they try to undo the harm that religious people can do when they respond negatively to LGBTQ teens coming out. The Trevor Project gives free counseling to LGBTQ young people, and they are amazing. You should support them if you can support something. So happy Pride.